Hello, Dr. Arthur D. Kemp, the Hammond Doc. I'm rebuilding a Leslie amplifier. I want to show you something. There was I just finished doing some cleaning in the undercarriage of this amp, and I was talking in a previous video about two different schools of thoughts on amplifier rebuilding. One being that you just remove the parts that are outside of the limit, replace them, get a person their amp back. The other is you do a rebuild. Well, it depends on what you're being requested by the customer to do. So you need to hear the customer. That's my perspective. You listen to the customer, and if it's a situation where you are troubleshooting and you need to replace certain parts, certain components, okay, that's one approach. But if you're given the amp and you ask to rebuild it, then you need to rebuild it. And I want to show you something here, though. Sometimes you can look, a part looks good, but it might look good, and it might even test good, but it's not good. Look at this. I just touched this. And it was brittle. It just broke in two. Look, that thing just cracked in two. I touched it like this. I touched it like that, and it just cracked in two. So that's just an indicator of how brittle some of these parts are here. And this amp was restored. It had rust, which tells me that there was moisture wherever it was stored, and there is rust on the legs of these resistors and capacitors. I can feel some roughness on the legs of the capacitors. I can see the rust on the legs of the resistors. So I know that there was this was subject to moisture. That this is rusty here, burnt, and so I mean it was subject to moisture, and these components are going to have to be removed and replaced, because you can't trust them. So I just wanted to show you this, how brittle just that was. When these amps are exposed to the elements, this is what can happen. And it doesn't take much pressure at all for something like this to occur. You can touch it and it'll pop loose. These seem to be more sturdy. But this one was just brittle. Okay? Alright, so until the next video, this is the Hammond Doc saying please have a peaceful evening. Goodbye.